God.
Sounds like he's on track for a good time.
They're so Jesus Christ, Masami. This is a target-rich environment.
We have given Masami a target-rich environment. Oh shit!
How do I stream my phone? I got the mobile version of Papers, Please, and I've been playing that a lot lately.
Oh,
I didn't even know there was a mobile version of that game. That's awesome.
oh no, no! Don't do this.
It costs $2. It's the full game. There's no monetization bullshit behind it. It is a fantastic port, and I have nothing but positive things to say.
Is the storyline, is it continuous, or is there like an arch and a definite conclusion at it, like the PC game?
No, it's literally the PC game.
Oh, okay.
Just-
All right.
Just ported over to mobile. Like, it has the same, 20 potential endings. It has the same story beats. It's got all of it.
So can you potentially just play that forever and just treat it like a pattern matching game?
Well, there is also an endless mode. Yes.
Ah, all right. Yeah, that's what I'd be down
So
for.
like, there's the campaign mode, which has the story elements and
Secret Spies.
stuff that you can interact with and change the progression. And then there's endless mode, which is just
You have only earned 10 zlotys. You need 20 zlotys to pay the heat. Your wife and child go hungry.
So sadly, I am unable to stream it. Apparently, anytime you try to stream the game through Discord, it gets a fatal error and crashes the game.
What?
Yeah,
Is it the Steam version?
it is the Steam version.
What the fuck? I own that. I paid money for that. It's not going to work on Discord?
I'm going to try again. Un momento, por favor. Hopefully, it saved my progress. If not, I'm going to be pissed.
I'm going to hope that this is somehow related to the demonic portal occupying the floor of your office.
I have gotten all equipment on top of my desk, so now the portal has moved.
Oh, is it on the desk or has it just snaked up the wall?
It is actually. Oh wow, no, it has snaked up the wall. Shit.
It's moderately terrifying. Just
Yeah,
moderately.
no, every time it fatal errors
We're fucking.
if I click stream.
We are so fucking early. We're gonna confuse the shit out of everybody that watches on Twitch. Yeah, we've success. I'm just gonna start this up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Chonkwij podcast, etc., etc. I'll do this again in about 9 minutes. We've thoroughly confused everyone. Like they're usually 15 minutes late. Now they're 10 minutes early. What is this? Spain? No, wait. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Germany. Yeah. What is this? Germany? Spain's the one where everybody's late.
Let me see if it is possible to do it this way.
I loved Spain. It was the best fucking nightlife of any European country I've ever been to. On a Tuesday, everybody stays up raving until about 5 a.m. and they go home, go to work at about noon. And it works.
Yeah, you eat dinner at like 10
Mm-hmm.
in Spain.
It was not unusual at all to see people or to go to dinner at 10 or midnight. It was nice.
Like, school kids eat dinner at 10. Like, their whole society
That's our
is at a later time.
That's our equivalence of eating at 5:30. Yeah, is our 5:30 is their 10 p.m. Yes, very true. God, that was a great country. Barcelona is a fucking excellent city. Especially.
Let's try this one more time.
Bringing up European countries
Please work.
because Leetness is going on vacation. Probably future Leetness is packing his bags. He's neatly folding his G-strings and various accoutrements for the butt. And
Leetness doesn't wear a G-string.
I know, he goes full naked on the beach. We all know this. The banana hammock is like, he tolerates American society by wearing a banana hammock here. But he's going to Europe.
Okay, it will not let me stream.
I'm very sorry.
At all.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
That's too bad. All right. Well, if anybody else
That's
wants to
okay.
stream something, you keep on playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's fucking. Don't play Baldur's Gate 3. You're gonna have a bad time.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna have a bad time trying to listen to all that dialogue with us rambling over on top of it. I thought about
The
this.
good thing ab-
I thought
the
about
good
this
thing
on the
about
way
me-
up the stairs. The good thing about me, I don't pay attention to the story at all.
The good thing about me, I can read. I
Oh,
do have a high enough intellect that I can read.
I do that if I get so bitchy about immersive games when I'm being interrupted by shit. Not here on Discord. If I'm in Discord, obviously I want to talk to people. But if I'm playing a game and my dogs are going nuts downstairs, I'll be irritated. So I'm just like, you're breaking my immersion. This is literally unplayable. I'm being called back to the dark reality. Dark reality.
Fuck you, reality.
I'm going to have to venture down into the catacombs to see what this vile danger I've been warned of is. Basically means me walking downstairs and seeing what my dogs are barking at. Thank you.
Oh, so I decided after
Masami,
a
sorry, wait. Masami, thank you for pity laughing at my shitty meme that I posted in your Discord later last week.
Wasn't that shitty?
Going to the grocery store to get more Twinkies.
What? Wait, what? Did I miss something?
It's in memes and chat, yeah.
Going to the grocery
Yeah.
store. Yep. Nope. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. Because yes, every single soiree out of my house is some sort of D&D adventure. On weeks when we don't have D&D. All right.
So I very quickly discovered after 3 hours of playing a rogue in Baldur's Gate, I am not going to play a rogue in Baldur's Gate.
You only need to do two levels in Rogue. That's all you need. It's for sneak
The
attack.
rest, yes, and rest in Bard.
The rest is a waste of time. You 2 in Rogue. You can do 2 in Rogue, 2 in Paladin. You go 2 in or 3 in Fighter, and then the rest in Bard. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm actually going to do the stereotypical Tiefling Warlock.
Oh, I didn't post it in Chonkwij because I was on my phone, and I don't have my Nexus Mods login on my phone. But if you go on Nexus Mods, there are a whole bunch of Baldur's Gate mods, and one of them is a full Fuda mod for Tieflings.
What?
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, please.
The way that was another thing.
Y'all are learning things about me that you shouldn't be learning. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Hey, swing it, lads. Be
Right.
proud. Masami and I are here for you, and probably Omega too. But Masami and I are going to be watching enthusiastically, and Omega will just tolerate it. Just be like, yeah, I guess. But no, okay, so yeah, the Baldur's Gate. Okay, everybody's pouring. We're pouring in. That's a generous word. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Church of Chonkwij podcast. My name is still Flippin' the Squid. I'm joined by OmegaConstruct, Pun Lord Mesquitme, and Zero Burn 75. Even if you don't have the burn and the 75, you're still Zero Burn 75. So cool.
All right.
Such a hacker's reference. It's always cool. If I hadn't watched you on stream, Zero, playing Baldur's Gate, I wouldn't have known that there is, like Cyberpunk, genital customization in that game. So when I stumbled across the Fuda mod, I would have thought, oh, this must be dependent on another mod that causes nudity. No, it doesn't need it. You don't need anything. You just download. It's a standalone mod. It's like 2 files, drag and drop. You're done, and then you got a big old dick for your female tiefling. It's great.
Oh God, I love it.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a fucking amazing game.
It is. It really is a fun game. I was hesitant because normally I don't like point and click type adventures, but then I'm like, it's just like a D&D campaign. Only I control the action. Hooray!
And for anyone, yeah, coming into there, the thing that it reminded me of, I played XCOM way before I ever played D&D. The Baldur's Gate 3 is... I'm not going to say it's like the same as XCOM, because it isn't. It has similar mechanics to it. It's very comfortable, it's very fluid, and it's a... you streamed for how long? Like 2.5
3
hours?
hours
3
and
hours?
yeah, 3 hours 45 minutes.
Almost 4 hours, and like no fucking problems, no crashes, no glitches, no frame drops, no nothing. I was watching the stream,
Yeah.
everything was flawless. It looked beautiful. Finished fucking game. No microtransactions. $60.
But remember, it's an outlier.
Yeah, right.
It is an outlier.
Smash Cut 2, Overwatch 2 on Steam getting review bombed.
Yeah,
It's not
which is great.
It's not actually one of the things that we're covering because it's a bunch of people whining, but still it's kind of funny. Yeah, it still was, well, no, last time I checked it was number 15 on most popular Steam games, despite having overwhelmingly negative reviews. So, take that, patriarchy, whatever the fuck, I don't know.
It is quite funny that, and I've got this one. I actually didn't follow his TikTok at all until I started seeing that he was posting the negative reviews going up and up every time that he would post a video, which was about 5 hours apart. So he was like, he went to bed and then turned around, and when he got up 8 hours later, the number of reviews had went from very negative to overwhelmingly negative. And I lost my shit. I was laughing so hard. So it Blizzard thinks they did something great by going to Steam, and I know why they did it. They did it so that they could say, hey, look, we're diversifying our platforms.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah,
So-
they said so that, or they did it so they could say, "Hey, we're not stuck-up cunts like Ubisoft with this goddamn dedicated platform and all the rest of that garbage." So yeah, here we're on Steam. Yeah, that's an interesting angle. I'm sure that was one of the reasons that they did it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anywho. Wait, what the fuck was... Oh, yeah, microtransactions. No microtransactions in Baldur's Gate 3. It's lovely.
None at all. And it actually has... That's part of the reason, like, I spent more time over the weekend playing this game than I did in Diablo. Like, today I jumped into Diablo to get my buddy to power level me to 60 so that I could actually start doing other content. But... yeah.
Hey, Zero, that's a great segue into here. I want to give a big thank you to Omega for posting, let's see, 90% of the articles that we're going to cover this week, so thanks, bud.
Yep.
And here is...
Ever since Reddit died, I can't go on mobile anymore because I refuse to use the Reddit app. So I kind of just
Good man.
browse the Google News feed, and it curates for me a lot of video game news. So it's just kind of there.
Fuck
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'll share that.
And you share right into our segue, which is we found the sunken dungeon. We found, or the whatever the hell that was called in Act 1 of Diablo 3, where everybody used to go before Nephilim Rifts were a thing, so that we could level up and hit Paragon 100. They found the equivalents in Diablo 4, and it's the dopamine level, or yeah, the dopamine mines or something. What the hell is it called? Dopamine tunnels. The actual name of it is what? The Domhaini. Heartitar, the Domhaini tunnels. That's where you go to get your XP in Diablo 4. Heartitar.
Oh, God.
Got to get to level 40 so you can motorboat to Mummy Lilith. God bless.
Yeah, so they've definitely upped monster density and whatnot. Now, it's as is the nature of things. I'm sure this one tunnel will be nerfed in an upcoming update, as it should.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah.
But it's a good indicator that Blizzard is, across the board upping monster density and all of that. So
Yeah, so, okay, Rax and Trax was the guy who posted the YouTube videos on this, or the YouTube video singular on this, and yeah, it's basically, you find this dungeon, you run the initial part of it, the first part of it, because that has the highest monster density, and then you cut, paste, repeat. That's pretty much it. You don't have, there's not a ton of shit dropping either like that, so you don't have to go back to a city and break down your crap a whole lot. It's just a way to get to, I think, level 40 in, yeah, he reached level 40 in 2 hours and 7 minutes. But still a long time, and you're doing a repetitive thing over and over again, so if you have my particular brand of autism, you're gonna have a good time. But everybody else might find it boring. But yeah, this is... God, I can't remember what the name of that place was. It was in Act 1, it was in the, I can't even remember, the Fields of Misery. It was one of the dungeons that you looked for, and you could actually tell if it had spawned on your map by what the mini-map looked like around the waypoint when you spawned in. And I used to know what little things to look for on the minimap at certain clock positions to tell whether or not the dungeon had spawned. And that was how we used to get to Paragon 100. It's not fun. It's basically just a dungeon full of Kristen Stewarts. So you ran through the dungeon, they puked up Edwards, and then you ran back to the start of the dungeon and you murdered everything. And you did it again. So yeah, good times. Everyone had a good time. So I can see... Oh, nuts. I thought you were going to ditch Tiefling. Oh, you're good.
No. This is just my guardian.
Oh, this is your guardian? Oh, yeah, well, go dwarf? Gnome? Halfling? Do you have halfling? Halfling. Go halfling. They're lucky. I've never played a halfling, but I love the fact that they come with basically the built-in luck feat. You know, sort of scaled down a little bit, but it's still essentially the luck feat. Nice. I was gonna open up. We started early, and I didn't see it coming or expect it. But we were gonna start off with Johnny Hardwick passed away. He was Dale on King of the Hill, so rest in peace, Pocket Sand. He was actually in the middle of doing. There was gonna be a King of the Hill reunion or revival, and he was actually working on that when he passed. He did not finish his lines for it, unfortunately.
Well, they'll just get an AI to do the rest.
I don't know. We'll see. I feel like that might be the kind of thing where they, change the plan for the revival and somehow write that in there.
Yeah, Dale might meet with a tragic end. Just working it
from
in the
the
canon.
Government.
That'll be the thing that keeps Boomhauer going. Boomhauer and Hank and who was God damn it. Who did Stephen Root voice? What was that guy's name that I'm blanking on right now?
Oh God.
I know it. Somebody in our chat is screaming at me right now, saying what it
God,
is.
what's his name? Short, fat guy, bald head.
Yeah, really down on his luck. I can't do I can't do Stephen Root. He's too iconic. Anyway, yeah, this was real unfortunate because we're all a fan of Pocket Sand, and some of us Had a real fun time watching King of the Hill when we were kids. But yes, okay, so I was gonna open with that. But the segue was too good.
Who did he? Who was it? Oh my God.
Alright, yeah.
Bill
Bill!
Dotrieve.
Fuck! Yes. Alright, now I feel better. I feel stupid, but I feel better. Yeah, the other thing, if we were going to keep on talking about Blizzard and Diablo 4, was that Blizzard, there's been a second ban wave, and Blizz is continuing to ban people that are taking advantage of exploits and cheats, and I guess this round was focusing on people who were using third-party cheat applications to hook in. I'm guessing that they were hooks to interfere with data stream between client and server and give themselves an unfair advantage. Maybe duping items. Who knows?
I heard something about item duping, but I wasn't sure if that was a bug or hack.
So I got a notification that Blizzard, it was on the blue tracker in the Diablo server, but it popped up and said that they were disabling all peer-to-peer trading, because there was some bug that was causing duplicated golden items. So
That's been every single Diablo game.
yeah,
Since there has been multiplayer in Diablo, not the first game, but the second game. Second game, LOD. Third game, ROS, and now the fourth game. They always have some form of item duping. I'm amazed that there was trade in this game to begin with. I know it was probably not too surprising to most people, because trading does feature largely in Diablo 2, but after Real Money Auction House got shut down in D3, it was just your items are account bound, period. You can share them with people who are in the group when you find them for like up to an hour, and then account bound. That's it. It's just what I was used to.
One thing that I like about the way that they're doing trading right now, though, is that like it at least doesn't seem to be that there's any sort of like arbitrary currency that's making things stupid. Like it's
runes,
just gold.
like runes
Yeah.
in D2.
Yeah, there's no runes. It's just gold. And it's interesting, like all legendaries and uniques are account bound. It's just yellows basically that you're trading.
So you're just looking for yellows that have certain stats on them, so that
Yeah, you're looking for best.
I'm assuming you're
Yeah,
changing them, you're like upgrading them or turning them into legs.
Yeah, exactly. But you're looking for like a best in slot of whatever, and you need these 4 stats.
Well, that's kind of cool. So it's in that much, at least, it's like Diablo 2, where you're trading for. In Diablo 2, you'd be trading for just plain items with sockets.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I said when they first announced the or when we first started fucking around with the enchantment system. It's like this version of rune, or like this game's version of rune words, and instead of whites being the rune bases, like white socketed items, it's rare, it's yellows in this game that are the bases. And in D2, you were like looking for a base that had super high rolled stats and shit. Now you're looking for yellows that have super high rolled stats.
That was interesting. But yeah, too long didn't read. Don't fucking cheat in Diablo.
It amazes me that people still try to do it, knowing that like Blizzard takes a hard, stance against it, and they're not going to not get found.
So there must be, I mean, to have it going where thousands of people have been banned in this latest wave. They must be like using a third-party site trading for real money. Is that how this works? I don't know who I'm asking. None of us actually cheat, so...
I mean, I don't doubt for a second that there are real money transactions happening, but, you know, there are real money transactions happening in D2 all the time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, yeah.
I'm sure there's some type of gold farming type thing that's going on.
I was like looking around just out of curiosity on the Diablo Discord at the trading just to see what kind of stuff people were trading, and it's like, you know, 25 million gold for a supposedly best in slot glove or whatever, you know. So that's kind of the prices that it looks like people are asking.
Can you straight up trade gold for gold?
Why would you do that?
Maybe a method of obfuscating income, but Blizzard is probably smart enough to have a tracking system for shit like that, so...
Oh, interesting. On the Sanctuary Discord, you could actually sort, like, they have trading channels by class, and then within each class, you can actually go in and sort it by either item level or item type. So let's see what kind of necromancer gloves they have. Bone spear
Every time I hear it.
gloves. They've got
Bone spear is ready.
Thank you.
perfect crit chance, high crit bone damage, and high all stats. And somebody offered 10 million.
10 million gold is a lot of gold. It's a lot of millions.
Attack speed. Yeah, well, this one, attack speed, crit chance, crit bone skills, and intelligence. This one, his starting is 20 million. That's his starting point. So, yeah, it'll take a while to farm that much gold.
That's just nuts to me, because knowing how this game is played, that item is going to... I mean, you're going to have fun for a while when you get that item, and who knows how long that item is actually going to be best in slot. But I know it's not going to be best in slot next year. This time next year, it's going to be worthless. That's how Blizzard updates games. That's how they balance.
3 months from now, when Season 2 comes out, it'll be useless. Something will change, and in 3 months, that item will be useless.
Maybe so.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't stop people every Diablo 2 season from, you know, going to real money auction houses during first season ladder character.
God, that's depressing.
People like seeing those numbers. That's why the leaderboard exists.
I know.
Just so that people can, you know, the type of person who wants to do it can fucking grind and push their ass off just to get their name up on that list. And that's also the kind of people who might consider dropping, you know, $20 on a real money auction house site for best in slot gloves if they've had a hard time finding them, you know?
I'm either missing that part of my brain, or I don't have that specific type of tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor!
Are you sure it's not too much for you?
No, it's easy now.
Masami, I owe you a sincere apology. We alluded to a target-rich environment with Roller Coaster Tycoon, and it's just not happening, but that's not anybody's fault, except for Steam.
Yes, because, you know, I wasn't able to go on a roll.
Nah.
Maybe I'll just coast to the finish.
That's alright. That's alright. We can deal with the ups and downs.
Uh,
We're causing Doc physical pain at this point.
speaking of physical pain, there is a new South Park game coming out. It's due out in 2024, and it's not an RPG this time. It's a 4-player co-op game about saving the world from bad weather. Usually when
Oh my god.
when a South Park game comes out these days, it's usually pretty fucking good. So yeah, this might be another one to take advantage of. Omega far and away played the most out of Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole.
Dude, I'm excited. I will play any game that South Park Studios puts out. And I mean, I'm excited that it's not going to be an RPG this time.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'd actually like to know. I want to watch this trailer, but I can't watch. I can't play this trailer on the podcast, or YouTube's gonna be wicked pissy about it. But yeah, I wanna see. I'll save this page and I'll watch it when we're done. I want to see if there's any gameplay in this trailer.
Oh my gosh, Doc is from Boston and he said the thing.
What, Wicked?
Yes.
Did I say Wicked? I didn't even know.
You did say Wicked.
I didn't realize I said it.
You didn't say it with a typical accent, but it's definitely a Bostonianism.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. All right, so yeah, South Park. Anyway, South Park is coming out with this new game. It's quote going to be quite a departure from the previous South Park video games, both of which are well-regarded turn-based RPGs. Very true. But the developer, which is THQ Nordic, hasn't revealed any more about Snow Day, except that it's expected out sometime in 2024. THQ Nordic, also responsible for Company of Heroes. Very, very well done, and actually, yeah, I'll say the games are very well done that THQ Nordic has put out. I played a lot of Company of Heroes, both the first game and the 2 expansions, and the second game and its expansions. Fucking loved them. Oh, wait, no, that was Relic. No, that was Relic and THQ, never mind. So yeah, THQ Nordic, really fucking good studio that I have a lot of positive experience with. And it's nice to see that they're going to do a South Park game. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what it's about and how it works. Wait, what was the other one that THQ did? Oh, I was going to say the games are really good. Company of Heroes. The games are really good. The games are really solid. I never had stability issues. Nothing ever crashed. It's a little ghetto sometimes with issuing orders to your squads. But the thing that was really fucking busted about it, the thing that really made me appreciate THQ Nordic, was when I started to make custom maps. And I started to use their world builder. And their world builder is the most ghetto piece of trash software that I've ever used in my entire goddamn life. I have no idea how they created such a beautifully functional game out of that turd of an application. And yet, I probably spent at least 300 hours making maps in that world builder. Comes standard with Steam. If you have Company of Heroes on Steam and you download and play that game, just go ahead and open up your Steam folder where that game is installed, and you're going to find the world builder in there. It's not advertised, but it's included.
So, fun story. I will probably play this game because THQ did put out a lot of my favorites from my childhood.
Oh?
The Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
No
That game
way.
on Super Nintendo was fucking amazing.
No way.
Dude, it was. The Home Alone games, all of them were great.
I'd never
Lawnmower
played one.
Man on the Super Nintendo.
When you say Lawnmower Man, I imagine the Windows 95 screensaver.
All of the WCW wrestling games from PlayStation were made by THQ. And those were amazing. All of them were amazing.
No fucking
all of the
way.
ones on N64, WCW NWO Revenge,
Hey, look at that.
Nitro, Thunder, they did Bassmasters, hey, fucking A. Road Rash 64.
Man, those old wrestling games were the best.
Oh, they really were.
They were so good. Doink the Clown. I always played Doink the Clown.
THQ was the original company that did the WWE or the WWF SmackDown games when they first came out, and then they switched over to 2K Studios. Good lord, just the list goes on and on.
So I just looked back at your screen that you're streaming, Zero, and I imagine that in the world you're standing there with a dice in your hand, looking like, oh, yeah, I got the 13, and I beat the roll. And meanwhile, this chick is in that chamber pounding, being like, "Get me out of here before it eats me alive!" There's so much.
Hey,
like,
I mean, if you're getting eaten right, you really don't want him to stop.
As someone who runs D&D games frequently, Masami, I imagine. Well, no, okay, I'll just say this. In my headcanon, when we're all standing around deciding what to do, or we're like drinking a potion in battle, or we're like using items or crap like that, when there's an action sequence going on and everything is supposed to be taking place in the span of seconds, I imagine so many times that our characters are just standing there staring into a void while fiery explosions go off in the background, and then we sort of come to and we're like, I cast... yeah, whatever, I'm Zero. I cast Firebolt! Back to this. Okay, alright.
That tracks.
Yeah. This character's awkwardly standing there while shit's blowing up in the background.
THQ did the Warhammer 40K games.
That's right. Not yet. No, they have.
Sorry, I'm like scrolling through this list and my brain is okay. I need to stop now.
Which one did? Oh, they did Dawn of War. Yeah, all right. I'm looking through the old games that they did.
Yeah, Warhammer 40K Kill Team.
It's Squad Command.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, they've done a bunch.
Space Marine.
Space Marine. God damn. Warhammer is so fucking cool. Heresy intensifies. Alright, that's enough of that. Eventually, that Warhammer property is going to come out on Amazon, and then I'm going to spend probably a solid month just talking about it, and it's going to annoy everybody, and we'll just suffer through it. By we, I mean you guys. I'll be having a ball.
So, I have learned something interesting about this game. And when I was kind of watching, you know, how the dice rolls and stuff work, how the RNG works within the game, if you roll it too many successes, the system rubber bands and will literally hit you with a penalty for rolling too many successes, and it goes in reverse as well. If you roll too many failures back to back, the system will actually help you and generate higher numbers. The chance goes up to.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it rubber bands. It rubber bands back and forth, but they don't know the number. Like, nobody has been able to test it effectively because the system generates the numbers so randomly that they haven't been able to effectively test it. But people have noticed, like, if you get 3 failures in a row, then you get on like a string of successes. So
I love the way that you said that, though, because the system generates numbers so randomly.
Yep. Shut up.
Like, imagine randomness, and then imagine that the randomness has randomness. Yeah, that's called Korean RNG.
Yeah.
Where they fucking lie. It's like, yes, you do have a 0.02% chance of getting this item, but we have 17 different servers that are all set up to roll. And your roll gets ported to the server that's statistically more likely to roll a lower number. Oh, that's an interesting way to get around that. Still technically a 0.2% chance, though. Shit. No, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't like that system at all, because if I tried to recreate Barry in here, then the game would just be constantly penalizing me. Giggity.
That's a very penetrative statement for you to make.
Haha.
I wonder if Barry and Ennui are ever gonna hook up.
I don't know. Will depend if you walk out of Strahd's castle.
Yeah. I wonder if Barry's gonna die horribly. Stupid shit that
The
he
answer
does.
to that question is a solid maybe.
Yeah, for real. Okay, we can talk about the dumb shit that Twitter did this week, or we can do technology news. Which one should be first?
Technology news.
Technology news? I like technology news. We should do technology news. Okay, alright. So, Omega posted this article, and I read the headline, and I initially thought, wow, this was written by somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then I read through it, and I saw, okay, this is written by somebody who does know what they're talking about, but they're hopelessly optimistic. They're an idealist and a dreamer, and I admire that. But this article is about how AMD, for the next generation of their cards, that would be the RX 8000 series, there are no planned high-end cards. We're still early in the development process right now. The 8000 series isn't due out until next year, but AMD has... there was a leak on Twitter. A gentleman who... Kepler, I believe? Yeah, Kepler L2, who is generally credible, said Navi 4 lineup will not have any high-end GPUs. Think of it like RDNA 1 or Polaris generation. So basically, there's no equivalent of a RTX 4080 Ti. They're just going all 4060.
Interesting.
This is the tone of the article is that this is good because it'll give AMD. To her credit, she quotes statistics from Steam user statistics, which is basically a library that just you put together of everybody's hardware and multiple different statistics that are gathered from Steam surveys. So most people that are playing games do not have a high-end graphics card. I am one of those people. I have an RTX 2060. It's like the lowest of the RTX cards. That's the most basic RTX card you can possibly get. I'm happy with that card because it does everything that I want it to. City Skylines plays like butter. Civ 6, since I've been in there, I've played huge maps with 20, what is it, like 18 is the most AI characters that you can have, or NPCs characters you can have. No slowdown, anything like that. It's a great card. I don't need a high-end card, and that's her point here. Most people are buying low-end cards, or budget cards. So if AMD decides to focus on that market, maybe there's room for business expansion. I just basically see it as AMD needs to pull out of the high-end graphics market because it's not sustainable for them, and they're going to be in trouble if they try to keep on doing that. So they need to find some way to stabilize their business. And I see Nvidia stepping in and taking a chunk out of their potential market. So I'm saddened by that. But yeah, it looks like the next generation of AMD cards is going to be focused on budget builds, and hopefully I hope that they make a lot of money off it. Honestly, I hope AMD puts out some really awesome, well-performing, competitively priced products. But that's the article.
I mean, I think it's pretty smart. You know, the market is probably far larger in the realm of mid-range cards. And I mean, let's be honest, a mid-range card can play pretty much anything you could want to play right now.
These days, yeah.
And the only reason to get a high-end card is
EP.
Yeah, the only legitimate reason is future proofing. But then you're banking on the fact that even though the things that you're doing with your card are quite frankly underutilizing its full capabilities, you're still banking on the fact that its lifespan is going to last long enough for the next couple generations of games that will actually be using that much horsepower.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, it's EP. It's people with disposable income. It's people for whom, you know, they get joy out of having the best and the most powerful and all the RGB and, you know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Zero, when I was watching you stream, I noticed that you didn't have a big transparent computer box with a whole bunch of RGB in it right up next to you or behind you or something. Is that something you're looking forward to getting in the future?
No. No. I have my computer has enough RGB in it. However, I turn it all off because yeah, I don't fucking need it.
You only need a little bit to activate the speed boost.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Speed boost.
I
I have one thing on my entire computer that has RGB on it, and it is my it is the cooler, my CPU cooler,
Yeah, it's your cooling block. Yeah,
the
me too.
AIO, and I have it set so that if it goes above a certain temperature, it turns from a very nice pale green to a red to let me know.
Nice. See, that's a good use of RGB. Meanwhile,
I don't have any crazy cycling colors, no RGB fans, no. God, I can't believe they make fucking RAM sticks with RGB on them.
I'm gonna buy them the next time I get the next time I do my build. I'm putting together an AMD build right now. I'm gonna buy fucking RAM sticks with RGB strips on top of them. You better fucking believe it.
My RAM does have RGB on top of it, but the only reason I bought that RAM was because said RAM was less expensive than the other RAM that I was looking for.
Jesus
It was on
Christ.
sale.
I was gonna say before, just smash cut to anybody playing a video game on Twitch right now, and it looks like a unicorn, or is just continuously projectile vomiting in the background. Yeah, there's a lot. Just if whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Mm.
Yeah, I have LED strips in my case. That's how old I am, and they're red. It makes my rig go faster. That's a thing. Told you that's a thing.
It's a feature.
That's a feature. Speaking of things that are features, after
Oh God.
yeah,
Are we about ready to talk about Elon Musk?
we are. It's that time of the week again when we entail the kind of tomfuckery that's been going on at X this past week. So X/Twitter, because nobody's calling it X right now. It's always X and Twitter. Executives had a very bad day defending Musk's platform. This is one of the first articles this week that you posted, Omega, or last week it was, and
Yeah, so it's a little bit of old news, but you know, it's never too old for us to collectively shit on Elon.
this is last week's recap of last week on Deep Space X. This is what this is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So there was so Thursday morning in Australia, X's head of global government affairs, Nick Pickles.
Wait, you're shitting me.
His name is Nick Pickles.
No, that can't be real.
That's real. This is
It-
I just highlighted. It's
no.
totally real.
Nick Pickles.
Nick Pickles defended the reinstatement of a right-wing influencer who posted child pornography. Wait,
Yeah, have you guys heard about this hill that Twitter's been dying on?
yes, I have, and I'm horrified and also amused.
Like, this dude is a right-wing agitator, and he posted pictures of child sexual abuse materials, known as CSAM, online. It's the new term for kiddie porn, apparently. Because he posted them like in outrage that it was like happening or something, and so like Elon was like, "Yeah, we're gonna undo his ban and let him back on Twitter." Like, what the fuck?
And of course, all right, we're getting slightly ahead of ourselves. What the hell is the name of the new CEO of Twitter? Her name's in here somewhere.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, because she's got a fun last name to say, YACCARINO.
YACCARINO.
So, Miss YACCARINO made the claim that Twitter is a safer and more, it's in a better spot today than it was a year ago today. And she was immediately challenged by the Australian. It was an Australian parliamentary hearing, so she's in front of politicians, and she was immediately challenged on that by what we just said. There was this guy who's it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit what his name was. He obviously he posted cheese pizza and he got banned for it. Elon decided to reinstate his account, and Miss YACCARINO's explanation for this was it's fine because when he posted the clown porn, he was doing it because he was outraged. He wasn't like doing it to spread CD. He was doing it because he was mad. He was drawing attention to an issue. Yeah, no. That's just not an explanation. That's not anywhere near as good. That is worthy of the shit show that is Twitter these days. That is so fucking messed up. And the worst part about it is that not 10 minutes later, she went on, Miss YACCARINO again went on to say, if you're going to post something that's illegal or against the law, you're gone. Zero tolerance. Completely forgetting about what just happened and what just was discussed. So, and this just fucking clown show. And then went on to say, if you're going to post something that is lawful but is awful, you get labeled, you get de-amplified, which means it cannot be shared, and it certainly is demonetized. Which is also not true because in the case of this guy, I believe that content was up for a couple days. It was viewed more than 3 million times before it was taken down, and it was definitely shared. It was not de-amplified at all. So this was just this was pure cringe. This entire press interview was just fucking embarrassingly bad for Twitter.
Well, you know, it's
what did we expect?
Exactly. And you know, it's gotten to a point where, you know, my buddy and I have talked about it, and both of us are of the mind I'm about ready to delete my Twitter. And it's at this point that I don't see the point in having it.
Yeah,
It makes no sense to me.
Church of Chonkwij has a Twitter, but I don't think I've ever used it. DrNiggle has a Twitter. I don't think I've ever used it. At this point, I'm never gonna. But yeah, this is. I mean, yeah. If you wanna, there are plenty of reasons to stop using Twitter and to just try to make that platform die at this point. I mean, we've been averaging about one reason a week for the whole year.
Yeah.
This is a constant source of amusement to us, except for this week when it's actually legitimately something horrible where human beings were harmed. Apart from that, yeah, we've been having a good laugh at that, or at Twitter, at Elon's expense. Whew. But this actually got brought up before. Omega, do you remember the article that you that we talked about. It was like February or January of this year, February of this year, where this came up again, where Twitter, because Elon fired so many of the staff at Twitter, they were having, I think their department that was responsible for filtering and monitoring CSAM was so understaffed that this kind of crap just stayed up for weeks. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I do remember that.
So yeah, despite Elon saying that it's getting better, it appears to be exactly as bad as it was when he fired everybody, or possibly worse. So what do you know?
Yeah, apparently this new CEO she says that she has autonomy from Elon, and she's in charge of the business side of the company while he is handling the product, which means, the actual design decisions about Twitter.
You know how when Cartman does the hand puppet, either Jennifer Lopez or Mike is the other one. Who's the alter ego that Cartman has? Who's a supervillain? Whatever, it doesn't matter. When Cartman does that hand puppet,
I think he's the coon, isn't he? He's the hero.
Coon is the hero, yeah, but the arch nemesis is played by his hand puppet, and the hand puppet has a name. It's literally just his hand, his thumb moving as a mouse or as a mouth. I used to know the name of the. Yeah, that's what I imagine when she talks. Basically, it's like she is Elon's hand, and Elon is talking out of the corner of his mouth, and yeah, that's how I imagine this
It's interesting. I can't. I won't. Bother even trying to go find the article. But it's something that I was discussing with my girlfriend recently. That there's a phenomenon in the business world where women get made the CEO in situations where they're set up to basically fail. So that like their job is to come in, do some shitty things, and then be sacrificed on the altar of public perception. And there's like a pattern in the large corporation, the large corporate world of women getting appointed CEO, making unpopular decisions that people told her to make, and then getting shit on by the public and then resigning. Reddit did it some 4 or 5 years back, maybe even longer at this point. When Reddit first started cracking down on, because Reddit in the early days was like the Wild West freedom of speech. As long as it doesn't literally break any laws, it's fair game. And then they started introducing content guidelines, and a lot of people were upset, and they appointed a woman who to CEO, and she came in and like banned like a whole bunch of subreddits, and everybody fucking hated her, and she did it and then resigned.
So you think it was she was deliberately put in that position because she was a woman?
It's just an interesting pattern that people have noticed and commented on.
Okay. I mean, yeah, patterns in behavior, patterns in society, worth paying attention to.
It's called the glass cliff.
Oh.
You're familiar with the glass ceiling? Yeah. I mean, so you can just look it up. Glass cliff, women CEOs, and you'll find stuff.
By the way, Cartman's hand villain is named Mitch Connor. That's who I was alluding to. But yeah, anyway, that's your recap of the shit show that was Twitter last week. We can only look forward to how they're going to top themselves this week, and we'll probably get back to
I mean, we're really just scraping the search service here. If we wanted to, we could just look at Google News feed of what's happening at Twitter and find something more to talk about, because every day it's some new shit with them.
Oh, okay. Wait. Before we sign off here, I just want to. Yeah, this is how I want to go off this article. Hey, YACCARINO, hiya! And now we're done. Zuck called off the. Supposedly, Zuck called off the gladiatorial combat that he and Elon were going to take part in.
Right.
So we
he
could
called it off.
If we really wanted to scrape the bottom of the barrel about shit that nobody asked for. Yeah. Apparently they're not going to fight to the death in the Colosseum in Rome, even though the Italian government was apparently enthusiastically accommodating.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, because I'd really like to see those two beat the shit out of each other. Even if it did turn into a slap fight in the first 30 seconds.
See, I'm on Zuck's side here. Like, he is literally trained in he's been training in martial arts for years now.
Yeah, he's an android. Of course he can beat the shit out of Elon.
And like, he legitimately is right that Elon is the one who's like been pussing out and making up excuses. He's delayed it a few times. He said medical stuff. His mom said he wasn't gonna do it. Like, all this fucking bullshit. So Zuck's like, fuck it.
You know what? That's the difference between Elon's mom and my mom. My mom would look at me and say, "That dude challenged you to a fight. Nah, you're fighting him, and you're gonna fuck him up, or you're not coming home."
Your mom's putting like
Southern moms, man. Southern moms. Let's just say it.
Your mom's putting horseradish sauce on your boxing gloves. It's like, go for the eyes. I just wanted to remind everyone that nobody can challenge Mark Zuckerberg's star. More South Park references. So many South Park references. But yeah, anyway, that's that. And then something fun, towards the end of this. Christopher Nolan is held responsible for increasing murders by an entire city after Dark Knight success with Christian Bale in a ludicrous lawsuit. So,
it's the city of Batman.
Well, that's the thing. I started reading this, and it was just like, probably one of the best internet. All the crowds. There's a city that holds the same name as the Cape Crusader, the mayor city, the lawsuit, and this whole time I'm thinking, wow, there's a city out there named Gotham. Nope, it's a city called Batman.
There's a city in Turkey named Batman.
There is indeed a city in Turkey called Batman. And the city in Turkey called Batman is suing Christopher Nolan because he used their name without permission. Now, if this sounds stupid to you, it's because it is. Apparently, Christopher Nolan is being inadvertently credited in this lawsuit as coming up with the name Batman, or just stealing the name Batman from the city. And nobody in this lawsuit is aware that Batman dates back to the 1950s. So
yeah, he went on to claim that Christopher Nolan is to blame due to the psychological impact of his film successes on its city's inhabitants. He is blaming Christopher Nolan for several unsolved murders and the high female suicide rate in Batman.
I mean, if there's one thing that really bothered me about Christopher Nolan's Batman movies, it was the high female suicide rate. You can't make this up. Look, when each...
I actually tried to go down a bit of a... I looked it up on Wikipedia. It's real. There's actually a place called Batman. And, like, it's been a place for a long time.
When Egypt went after Netflix for Cleopatra, that was based in some fact. That was Cleopatra is very obviously descended from Jesus Christ. Now that we're talking about it, fuck, Macedonian descent. Very obviously. So if Egypt wants to go after Netflix and say you're fucking with our culture, yeah, okay, fine. This is a city in Turkey going after a movie that came out 15 years ago. When was it for 2009? 14 years ago? Yeah, I think 2009 was when Batman Begins came out, and they're just going after him now. So
This is just a crazy mayor saying crazy shit. But yeah, Batman is the city and capital of the Batman district in Batman province, Turkey.
is the city and the
Oh.
district?
My God.
It is near the confluence of the Batman River and the Tigris. It has a population of 452,000 people.
Holy crap. Batman is very populated.
It's a Kurdish city.
If I could just take a moment to be openly racist. You know how it's not pronounced Turkey anymore, it's Chonkwij or some shit? So is this not like, it might be spelled Batman, we might pronounce it Batman, but is it actually pronounced like Batman? 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 Or some shit?
Probably
Possible.
something weird like that. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
It's located next to the Bati Rahman oil field, which is, I'm going to guess, possibly where the name comes from.
Batman.
Bati Rahman, and then you just had the end and the beginning of the Batman.
Yeah, next up in the line of people to sue Christopher Nolan is the Jamaican city of Batman.
Oh wait, so the village was renamed Batman in 1957.
Okay, so they're the
ironically,
ones who need to be sued.
ironically, it
But
was named
Batman
after the
comics-
DC comic.
Yeah, the comic started in 39.
Holy shit, Batman's older than I thought it was. That's amazing. Alright, yeah, that's the end of me being openly racist. We'll go back to passively racist now. That's incredible. 57. Why did
God almighty.
But
There's
why?
Batman University.
Holy shit. Okay, you and I did it wrong. We played Stepmania instead of Trombone Hero, and we went to college in the United States instead of going to Batman University in Turkey.
Jack, you have to put this is their crest. You have to put that up on the stream. That's
Oh
on their
my God.
Wikipedia. That's the seal of Batman University, established in 2007.
Oh my God, you're kidding me. It's small, but you can totally see it. That's Batman University. Ain't no mistaking it.
That's amazing.
Good lord. Alright, that is something special.
Killed a pig.
Oh, why'd you kill Pig? Boar is best friend.
Yeah, well, Boar attacked me first. It was coming right at me.
Oh. Well then, use your tiefling Fuda dick to beat it to death. I hope that's what you did. I wasn't watching. I was too busy admiring the graphic design of the Batman University logo.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Alright. Yeah. So that's it.
Why do you? Okay, so here's a question. Here's a question. Okay.
Okay.
So you said that there is a mod that enables you to do a Fuda deck in this
Yes.
game.
Yes.
Why? You don't need to. You can give a female character a penis in this game.
It's
That's not what a Fuda is, though.
Yeah, that's not what that is. I would love to have a podcast where we just educate Zero on the debauchery and the modern degeneracy that is anime and hentai.
Hey, I taught some people at work what sounding was the other day.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Good on
Like
you.
one of them made a
Fucking
joke
God.
about one of them made a joke and was like, he said to somebody else, like, you like to put a pencil in your dick hole, and I'm like, there's a word for that, it's sounding. And he was like, what? I was like, look it up.
That's a fetish.
Yeah, that's a thing.
There's a great. We tend not to post graphic nudity in the Chonkwij Discord, but I have a great picture of a guy who shoved a glow stick down his urethra, and it's just got the Cyberpunk logo across his balls.
I mean, I've seen like power tools involved.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of. I mean, it's the internet, man. Everybody's
crazy
out doing
people out
themselves
there.
every day.
I've seen a lot of weird stuff just out of curiosity. It's just like, I wonder what's out there. You hit random one too many times on a porn website, and it'll take you down some rabbit holes.
There's also, I don't know how much we do it anymore, but there used to be like extensive body modding that got shared a lot on 4chan. I want to say between like 2004 and 2007. So I still have a picture of a guy who's got like a full tattoo down his belly, and his dick has been surgically split in half so that it's a fork tongue coming out of the snake's mouth.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
there's a lot that there's a folder in there's a folder in my 4chan folder called Dicks, and the thumbnail is just Newman from Seinfeld doing the excellent thing. It just says Dicks. Yeah, so I got a lot of messed up stuff in my 4chan folder. I don't know why I'm proud of that. Goodbye, viewers. It's alright, we're about done anyway. Yeah, GG's. It was a good stream, it was an early stream. And Zero is just to the point where he's accumulating. What is it? This guy turns out to be a wizard.
Yep, he is a wizard.
Even though he has the demeanor and the handsome suave of a bard.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Level up. So everybody should go check out Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to buy it when I get around to it. I'm going to actually have time to play a video game, which I do not for the past month and foreseeable future. Yeah, it's a great game. And it's a complete game, no microtransactions, everything's... It's good on its own, but there are also mods. So yeah, excellent. Everybody ditch your Twitter account, because it's fucking dog shit. And everybody keep an eye out for the new South Park game. And, yeah. GG's, everybody. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Penis, fuck Putin, fuck Winnie the Pooh.
Welcome.
Look him.
Bye.